Did you guys talk about the Super Awesome Showdown?
Super Awesome Showdown.
Some people in the chat were asking.
Super Awesome Showdown was awesome. I actually just got a text from Luciano the other day that said like they want to get together soon so we can figure out when the next show would be.
Cool. I want to edit some sort of.
Yeah. Hey, if you
I want to talk to them about putting footage online so everybody can see it.
We recorded. We did Super Awesome Showdown. Me and Derek were commentators, and Brian came out and saw it, and Garrett filmed the show for us.
That was a lot of fun.
Yep, and we're going to try to edit together like a little sizzle reel. We had a lot of really fun wrestlers. They came out and did like cool stuff and really cool lighting effects and just really cool, like awesome stuff. You guys check out Super Awesome Showdown on Twitter. I think it's awesome at Awesome Showdown, and then you can find Super Awesome Showdown on Facebook. It is super independent wrestling that's just run by some guys we know.
Yeah.
And we do live commentary.
It's out in like, what part of town was that?
It's technically Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
I told my dad where it was. I'm like, yeah, it's like it's just south of Golden Hill on like the south side of the 94, and he went, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
South side of the 94 is all you need.
Let me just say,
that area is getting better.
Yeah.
Nothing is in English in that area?
No. I felt kind of safe parking my car on the side street, but I felt a lot safer parking it front row when I moved it.
It was cool, but it was a lot of fun. You had a good time?
I had a great time.
I definitely want
I
to
didn't realize you were sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nobody did.
I didn't
I know.
You're great.
I know.
You're hiding it.
Because
actually, there
I
were a
didn't
few
want to
times
let people know.
we had a dynamic, Eric and I, where he knows a lot more about wrestling than I do. I was into it when I was in high school, but Eric has stuck with it for years.
Still love it.
And knows all the moves and just knows all the technical side of it. I was there to be rooting for the heel and just be talking crap. And there were a few times where I noticed that there'd be a move and I'd be like, I don't know what that's called. And Eric wouldn't say anything, but just maybe like one or two times. But then afterwards, you told me you were battling like a fever and a flu, and I was like, wow, that was really good.
I got a whooping cough and tetanus vaccination the day before. I woke up feeling like shit. Well, I went to the doctor to get checked up and blood work done and everything. And he's like, your vaccinations aren't up to date. That's why I wasn't at the podcast
STD test?
Just in case.
Yeah.
And he gave me the vaccination. I went home. I felt fine the rest of that day. I actually went to work after that, and I felt fine the rest of the day. Saturday, I woke up, and I didn't feel good. My throat was like real scratchy. I had a headache. And then as the day went on, I started taking like ibuprofen because I felt like shit. That show ended. I shouldn't have driven home. Period.
Oh,
The fact that I got home and like didn't have to pull over is a miracle because I don't know how I walked in. I don't really remember walking into the house. I was shaking so hard, like my body was like.
You just wanted to get into bed.
I was just tense, and you came home. The heater was on. I had all my blankets on. I had my hoodie up over my head. I had the chills. I had a fever. I was so fucking sick. Sick.
That's the worst.
But
when you have to just power through it.
I didn't care. Like I didn't want anyone to be like, well, you don't have to do this if you're not feeling well. I didn't want to put up with any of that shit because I really, 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 really was looking forward to.
It went off
doing commentary.
great. I mean,
I listened to some of the footage. Mm-hmm. You can hear our commentary, and it was funny. I was proud of it. I was like, this is pretty funny.
It's there's always music playing during the matches. There's commentary going on too. So even if like the match is a little bit slow, which I feel like didn't happen a lot, it happened. There were a couple points where you're like, maybe this is a little slow. But otherwise, I felt like the pace was really quick.
Who was playing music during
Luciano,
the show?
Lucky.
The guy in the back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. He was controlling a lot.
He works for Saquon, I think.
Yeah.
And, he does all like that setup.
He was doing all the lighting and the music and then running all the PA stuff too.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I was really, really sick that night.
There were, how many people would you say?
Probably like 50.
50 to 100. Yeah, somewhere in there.
There were a lot of people.
And there were some things even that like we knew right off the bat, like next time we're gonna do this different.
Yep,
we're gonna like they had a spotlight to showcase the action, but it stopped working right before the show. So like a lot of the entrances, I couldn't really film that well, but they already talked about like, hey, next time we're getting a better spotlight.
Garrett really stepped up and filmed it for us, and so yeah,
that was so much fun.
We're gonna try to put together like a little sizzle reel, and hopefully it goes up online. You guys can find Super Awesome Showdown on YouTube. There will be some more footage.
It's really cool, and if more people start coming out, it's going to turn into something really special.
I would love for it to be something really, really big, and I mean, I really love pro wrestling.
They were kind of talking and kicking around the idea of putting on a Comic-Con show.
Yep.
Wow.
That would be really big.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
Because I was just going to say, I think people that would even like drive down from LA to go see this would have a fun time, and definitely if you're a wrestling fan or you're just a fan of like wanting to go out and have an awesome, entertaining night. I mean, how many hours did that run for?
2.
Yeah. So you're going to get your money's worth.
Go ahead. Noriez in the chat. Okay, so Super Awesome Showdown, like indie wrestling or satire or what? Super Awesome Showdown was described to me as theater. It was wrestlers who were also artists and into theater, and they didn't want to have a traditional league, like with a belt and just, these really petty sports competition storylines. So they invented Super Awesome Showdown, where wrestlers from all across the universe come to various worlds and hold these tournaments. And this happens to be Earth's tournament. And the whole point is, instead of getting a belt, you are wrestling for control over these quasar crystals, which are then used in the show to like power you up. And it's very over the top. It's not like, it is like traditional wrestling, but there's also like a fantastic.
There's like lighting effects, audio.
Like it's different.
There's a surreal side to it.
Yeah.
You have to really suspend disbelief because one guy's like a superhero, another guy's a sun god, another guy's from like a funky planet where he has like a big afro. You know what I mean? And like they wrestle like these computer programs. So you have to suspend disbelief in that way. But I think
programs is a good fight.
But it is really fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I didn't know how it was gonna go. I didn't know if the audience would eat it up or if they wouldn't dig it. It was so fucking fun. It like
people
works.
were super into it.
So many
It
kids
works.
were screaming.
Yeah, it's just awesome. Like when you watch wrestling, you have to suspend your disbelief anyways. So it's really not that much of a stretch to just totally just buy into Super Awesome Showdown.
I think
it's a lot of fun.
I think what really helped and why I want to keep doing it at Technomania, where we held the show, is they let us build our ring on the stage, and it comes off the stage, and instead of seating around in 4 sides, it's all theater seating, so you're viewing it from one way.
Yeah.
So automatically you're there, and it feels like you're watching a movie or a play. I feel like you get in that mindset of like, this is going to be very like more theatrical than just regular wrestling.
Yeah, and the way the wrestlers or actors, if you would,
Everyone looks. Everyone has a look.
you only have one direction to showcase towards, so it's all action all the time.
Almost everyone has a mask, a lot of entrance music, and a lot of colors and a lot of stuff going on. And the kids really liked it. Me and Derek signed autographs as Bill For Real and Rudy Heinous.
I love those.
That's my name.
Rudy Heinous.
Yep.
When you come out, you can see Rudy Heinous and Bill For Real doing color commentary.
This is it was a lot of fun. And Derek was like playing up the heel thing. I wore like a full suit, a tie, and I was trying to look like, like more professional. And Derek wore his like blue jacket with like the white piping and like a shirt underneath. Like a nice collared shirt, but on top of that, he put like this weird like space-looking T-shirt,
tie-dye
and
space.
it looked like really cool.
Awesome.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I had like a really really good time. I'm glad you guys came out.
All the characters in the show were really well defined. I think
People were going off the top rope. I mean,
Yeah.
there was like actual wrestling.
There was some shit going on, man.
I took
good.
I took bumps. I wanted to learn how to take bumps. I'm like, would you guys teach me? And they're like, absolutely. So I went in there and I took bumps. I bumped like 10 times. I hurt so fucking bad, like the next 3 days. That sucks.
The Magnus guy?
Yeah.
That guy is like pretty fucking built too.
Yeah.
He is a baker.
Really? Wow. Is he the one who was throwing you around the ring?
No. They were just teaching me. The guy who was teaching me was Mason.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was teaching me just how to like lock up. He showed me like how to lock up. He showed me how to like kind of like chain wrestle. He's like, if you go like a hammer lock, you go into like a wrist lock. If you go from a wrist lock, you can roll out and go into like this top wrist lock and all this stuff. He showed me that, and then I'm like, all right, cool. How do you bump? And he showed me how you bump, and I did that. That sucks.
Oh.
And all I could think is
That's just basically like him throwing you on.
no. He just went, look, stand like this, and then pretend like there's a rug underneath your feet, and somebody pulled it out from under you.
Oh.
So your feet go shooting out, and you land flat on your back, and you slap the mat with your hands.
Oh.
Fuck, that hurts.
Oh.
The mat doesn't have a lot of give to it.
No. Depending on how a ring is constructed, they have a little more bounce.
They
and sway in
can,
it.
but like that ring was stiff.
Yeah.
I mean that was like all I could think was there are wrestlers who go out here and do this for no money and wrestle like know they're gonna wrestle like a shit match and have to take bumps.
Oh.
Yeah, and get fucked up.
And everyone in the room hates them
Yep.
because they're the heel.
Yep, and it's just like oh man. Yeah. People say no, not hey Ryan, you dummy, not Magnus. Magnos was the name of a guy that wrestled. You dummy, not Magnus. He's better than Magnus. Magnus sucks. Remember Magnus at TNA?
What did
the
I
guy
say?
who wrestled Sting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you said Magnus.
Oh, did I?
Yep. Yeah. Man. There you go. So that's Super Awesome
Magnus
Showdown.
and Sting should do another match at a pay-per-view where they both get into a bed and see who wakes up first. That's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
You should have. Why at that show you should have gone? I'm bored.
Eric the
He did
Midget
actually, I think.
went on the Howard Stern show after that pay-per-view and told Robin that he knew a wrestler named Magnus that was interested in dating her. He tried to play matchmaker with Magnus and
Robin?
but it didn't work.
Darn.
She wanted nothing to do with him.
Aww.
I know. And she
Darn.
dated a porn star.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dropping loads.
Hey, do you guys
What
want
was
to
that guy's name, Sean?
What?
The porn star Robin supposedly did not
Manning?
date. Nick Manning, that's right.
You guys want to go see WWE in February? I know we
Yes.
gotta buy tickets. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, buy tickets.
I still can't get tickets for the section that we want though.
Aw.
It keeps putting me in like this section like by the entrance ramp, and it's like fucking stop. No.
I wonder if you can just go down to the box office.
And I think I'm gonna call him tomorrow and see because I'm not.
Cool.
I have tomorrow off, so.
Yeah, I took that day off.
You have it off?
Damn. It's not for New Year's.
Oh, yeah.